Corona. Corona, don't do it.
I thought I was gonna cough, and I was like, no, people are gonna think I have corona. You better not cough. That's not good.
It's true.
All right.
Ooh, that was good.
You're listening to Keeping It Rosy with Frank Rose and friends.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hopefully of 18 and older, this is another episode of Keeping It Rosy. I'm your host, all the way from Orlando, Florida, Mr. Frank Rose. Baby. Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, Frank Rose. I just gave myself an introduction because, you know, these drinks that Ed has been making us has gotten me feeling like a superstar.
Ooh.
Feeling good, feeling great. What up, guys? This is episode 35 of Keeping It Rosy. I'm your host, Frank Rose. Always by my side, the queen, the future mayor of Orlando, Marcella, a.k.a. Mars.
Hey, yo.
What's up, Marcella? You got anything to say?
No, that's it.
Cool. All right. Hugo's not here. It's okay. Hugo's probably tracking people, making sure that this phase 3 is not like the doomsday of Orlando. But always our producer, Ed who? Ed Sue.
Can I be working gumball machine?
Working gumball machine. Yo, you know he was holding on to that. He was saving it for the pod. Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
Cheers to working gumball machine. Speaking of broken gumball machine, thanks to a combination of cocktailpantrysearch.com and deconstructeddrinks.com, Ed was able to concoct, what are these, margaritas?
Mezcal highball.
Mezcal highballs. We are having mezcal highballs. And if you like mezcal, you should check out the YouTube by now. Real Booze Talk.
Real Talk Booze Review.
Real Talk Booze Review. You should check out Real Talk Booze Review. That's right. I talk about mezcal. I learned about capitos or tapitos. Copitas.
Oh
I always
my
mess it
God.
up.
I know. I just actually watched the video on the way over here, and it was like classic Frankie not being able to say like the first like line of the video.
That's me, baby.
Yeah.
That's me. I'm here to butcher the English language. Let's go. Speaking of butchering the English language, Tree Life Healing Center. Sometimes when your back hurts, you need to smoke a little weed. So smoke some medicinal marijuana. If you need a doctor, go to Tree Life Healing Center. Dr. B will take care of you. Tell him Frank Rose sent him. And I don't know. Maybe he'll pray for you or something. Okay. And our studio audience, Banksy. What's up, dog? We're here at Mr. Dog Studio. And the dog is chilling on the couch going, oh, you didn't even pay to rent this table. I can't believe you're abusing my master for his audio skills. That's my idea how your dog sounds. That's what I hear when I look at him. Oh, he does not like that. He is growling. I hope the audio picked that up. Hey, what's up? I love you. All right, cool. Also, if you just got engaged and you want to plan a wedding, but you don't want to, hire a planner, you can do it yourself by going to planyourweddinglikeaboss.com. My wife, Rebecca Joy, shout out to her. She did this whole masterclass on how to plan your own wedding. Isn't that awesome? And lastly, two more things. Broken Gumball Machine. Shout outs to Hugo. He makes our designs. He does stickers. He's dope. Check him out. And I am FrankRose.com for, I don't know, you need me to cut your hair? I'm your guy. If you need me to officiate your wedding, I'm your guy. If you need me to just be a hype man, yo, I'm your guy. I'm going to start selling that. I'm going to start charging yo, I got to do this event, but I'm just feeling kind of down, depressed. Can I pay you $50 an hour to come over and just keep me hype? Bro, I would cheerlead this shit. Let's go. Make that money.
That's a thing, right? People will hire hype men for parties and events.
Wait, what?
Mm-hmm. Tiffany Haddish, when she first started, she was literally paid to be the hype woman in a bat mitzvah or something.
Dear Tiffany, hit me up, send me your connects or your old connects, because I know you don't need them now. She doesn't need them now. She's doing great. Well, yeah, we always cheers before we start. Oh, we cheers already. We could cheers for the, 100th time. Love you guys. Thanks for coming out here in this dangerous times. Cheers, clink, clink. We're 6 feet distancing-ish with our table over here. So all those people who are like, oh my God, they're doing it live. And like, what about Corona? What about his wife? She's like, autoimmune, like, you have to be careful. What is it? What they say? Someone with pre-existing...
There you go. You got it. Conditions?
Condition.
There you
Whoa.
go.
Frankie didn't butcher a word.
Words are hard.
I wish I could hear you.
Same.
That's going to be my excuse all night. If you say something and I'm like, I disagree. I didn't hear it.
But Ed already talked so softly.
What?
Ed already talked so softly, so it's already so hard.
Oh, Ed.
That's how they like it.
Is that how you got him? That's how you get him? You go, hey, girl.
He just goes, hey.
I was just wondering if maybe. Is that how you get him? You get him? You'd be like, what's up, girl? I really like the way you talk. He's like, when the volume goes down, that's how you get him?
Something like that.
Nice.
That's right. Ed's joining us on the podcast today.
Yeah, that's right. Ed is not just in the background, pressing the record button and yelling at Dan for taking loud pictures. Shout out to Dan, old fashioned Dan. We love you. I know you're probably overstaying somewhere else right now, like you do. We love you, man.
That's right. Hugo's gumballs were way too broken to come today.
Yeah, they are. Hey, don't play with your toy right now. All right. So, oh, Mr. Dog.
Studio audience is really hyped up today.
Whoa, I am the hype man.
It's true.
I'm the hype man. I get the crowd so hyped that they won't stay in their chair for the main show. That's my problem. My gift is too strong.
It's not a bad thing. Okay. Sometimes people need that. We need you. We need a Frank Rose in our life. You need a Frank Rose in your life.
I need a Frank Rose in my life. I got a couple of Frank Roses in my life. Well, okay, no. You know what? I'm going to backtrack that. No, I don't have a Frank Rose in my life because there's only one Frank Rose.
True.
Just like there's one Marcella, and there's only one Ed. I'm a strong believer of that.
You really believe that?
I really believe. Maybe they might be
I
lookalikes. Maybe they might be doppelgangers. But the whole computer of what makes us us, the way our brain is wired, I mean, to our hair, eyes, whatever, I think we're just too extremely unique.
There's so many people, though. It's like to the point that, like, so there are algorithms that, like, if they collect enough data points on you, they can literally predict what you're going to do next. Like, we think we're unique.
But the algorithm learned the unique you.
Maybe. Or maybe
That's how I
it's
see it.
data compiled from a lot of people.
I don't know. I feel like, I think there's enough data that we put out as individuals through our cell phones, Gmail, social media, like the Social Dilemma kind of teaches us. Shout out to the Social Dilemma on Netflix. If you haven't watched it, they talked about it last week. I finally watched it. My life has changed. It's stuff that I already knew, but like now I'm like, you guys, I'm not crazy. Like if Netflix made it, but then again, that kind of proves their point that I'm like, I just go whatever they teach.
Literally, yeah, they put this thing out.
Oh, such a great conversation. Yeah. It's such a great hey yo, what would you do? Was it like murder, kill? What is it, that old game? Murder, kill, fuck, or some shit?
Kill, marry, fuck.
Kill, marry, fuck. It's like one of those, like, okay. All right, now that I got this information, but what would you do, though?
I have a life pro tip. So when you go on a date with someone, you're trying to get to know them.
Ooh.
Why didn't we both get really excited about that? We're like, ooh,
I just love Ed's
Go-
life pro tips.
Go to their Instagram Explore page because that shows you what they like.
Wait, what?
Whoa. One more time
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
people in the
the
back.
algorithm.
Hold on.
The algorithm gives you content that you already like you said. It's collecting data points. So, for example, Sophia, her profile was all horses. It was like memes and some baking stuff, but it was very repetitive. I can see the pattern: baking, horses, memes.
Okay. All right.
Now, for
Wait,
example,
how do we do this, Ed?
Okay, yeah. We're
So open
literally
your
going to do this
Instagram.
on the pod.
I
All
wanna know what
for our
mine
listeners.
says.
Everyone,
And
get your Instagram ready. All right, we're on the
Go-
Instagram.
So at the bottom, go and click on the loop,
What?
the little loop, the second icon. So you see the home, and then you'll see the search.
Okay, the search. I'm on the search.
So what do you see? Just
Oh, bro, you don't want to see what I
Go-
see right now. Some people didn't see
Alright.
bachata. but the camera's like right on the girl's booty. God, I am not proud of this.
So that's the kind of stuff you like then, because it's feeding you stuff that
Oh,
it thinks you
like
I
like.
know. I love all these
Yeah.
reels that do dancing. I'm like my TikTok
So
of
Marcel is a bunch of
Instagram.
Brazilian girls. I see some
Oh,
people cleaning.
Bro, look at all the haircut stuff that pops up. Hair.
But how could you
hair.
find this for someone else?
Yeah, how do you find this?
No. You have to get their phone. You have to get them to show
Oh,
you.
so you have to like
You tell them,
disrespect
yeah.
and like sneak into their
No,
phone.
don't sneak. Just say, hey, let's get to know each other better. Show me your Explore feed.
Okay, hey,
Wow.
let's get to know each other
I
better.
want to get to know myself better.
Show me your Explore feed. Wow, watch somebody listening
Wait,
right
can
now and be
we-
like, bro, dude.
Can we swap really quickly and see what
Oh,
we
shit.
think about each other?
Oh
All
my
right,
god!
Come
All
on,
right,
Frankie. Don't be.
I just
Swap.
refreshed it too, so I don't
I
even
hope
know
no
what
one
you're
texts you
okay,
something
wait.
dirty.
Yeah, let's
I'll
refresh. All right,
Okay.
mine's
there you
just
go.
too obvious.
There you
Fuck.
go.
What is this? Of course, it's your some chemistry bullshit reels. Like, what happens when you put this type of metal into this type of liquid?
Okay, Frankie has two like very obvious things. It's like
I'm so nervous. It's okay. My pastor doesn't listen to the podcast. We're good. Go.
okay. Well, I mean, it's not bad. So one of them is definitely haircuts, men and women, hairstyles, and the other one is just hot women working out.
I'm really into fitness.
Working out specifically.
I mean, it could be worse.
Some tacos every now and then.
Oh, a lot of tacos.
So it's tacos, hot women working out, and haircuts. That's Frank Rose.
That's Frank Rose. All right, let me see.
And
Mars.
what the fuck is this?
Oh,
the
he's
tiny
hilarious. I highly
Funny,
recommend it.
yeah.
And weird, funny videos that don't make sense to a lot of people. Just like weird, obscure comedy. I don't know.
All right.
Okay, so you're obviously into like reels of like chemistry videos. I see a lot of like cute outfits. Yes, like all these like outfit of the day. Yo, but you should rock some of these outfits. Why are these guys shirtless? Oh, okay, never mind. And then, there's just like more food. Just a lot of sweets.
It's a lot of. Well, I have a sweet tooth.
It's a lot of sweet and memes about eating sweets.
Homer Simpson.
Yeah, that's me.
Outfits, sweets, and science shit.
Yeah.
Wow. So
Amazing.
now we
That
know
was fun.
that by switching our Instagram, our phones with Instagram, sharing our Explore page, we'll get to know each other.
That's such a fun date.
That's a
idea.
good, that's a good first date
You're
thing.
welcome.
There you go, Ed. Ed, you should be on
And
the show more.
TikTok has an even better algorithm, so it's like more fine tuned. So
what
that's
makes
another
it a
thing.
better algorithm?
Because it has more data points to record. So how long you see a video, how many likes you give.
Gotcha.
And I've noticed it on myself. Like
Is
I
that
noticed,
illegal? No.
Nope.
Okay.
No, they're gonna ban it. Don't worry.
Are they though?
No, it's
I
not
don't
gonna
think so. Yeah, there's
Are
no
you,
way.
do you think they're gonna ban TikTok?
No way.
No.
There's way too much money.
Right? Like how could you do that?
Don't get me wrong. Like this is like the one time I've like low key agreed with Trump. Like China has way too much data on us.
They could be the next Russia. Hot take, allegedly.
But there's no way it's ever gonna happen.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. It's like when a friend of ours was like, "Yeah, I don't like Trump or Biden. I'm voting third party."
You know what's really funny
I'm like,
about
good
that?
luck.
If you ask, because I've had a lot of people tell me that,
Mhm.
and if you ask them, do you know anything about the third party person? They'll be like, no. I'm like,
I
what
know.
the fuck?
It's the classic, the meme from Snoop Dogg. Who?
Mm-hmm.
Third party. Who?
They're like, yeah, I'm gonna vote for this person. I have no idea, like anything about them or anything about what they stand, but they're just third party, and it makes me feel better about who I'm voting for.
Yeah.
That's not the way to go either, man.
And I get it, because, like, this friend of ours is like, yo, like, Trump, I don't like him because I feel like he's, like, disrespectful to women, and, and then Biden, I just feel like he ain't going to bring anything new to the table, and I know that the third party's probably not going to win, but I just, like...
If everyone has a mentality, then it'll never win.
Yeah,
Shut the
man.
fuck up.
It's complicated. This is something that I realized maybe, okay, it could be a combination. It could be a combination that one, I'm in my 30s now.
You're 30 somethings.
My 30 somethings. Yo, literally, you know how old I am? Or I will be in a few days?
34.
Episode 34. I should call this my birthday without Hugo. It's not a birthday, though. I will remember you. Oh.
We miss you, Hugo.
We miss you, Hugo. Look at that. We get real. When Hugo's not here, the Sensi vibe gets like divided into
still
two.
Here, yeah.
Because he's like our sensitive guy. Like, he keeps us like, guys, hey, show love. You know?
Respect one another.
Respect one another. If everyone just, got CBD, they'll be in their fields.
Wait, I tried it recently.
Oh, yeah. I'm curious.
So I actually did not really like the middle one. And so...
You did like a variety
for
travel.
all of our...
Okay, yeah. Let's introduce it.
So Feels is like this like CBD, whatever oil that everyone's selling, right? But they have an option that's a flight option, and it gives you like different concentrations, like a lighter, middle, and a heavier.
Oh, of the actual CBD.
So that you can like figure out which one you like best, and that way you can go with that one.
I want the one that puts me to sleep.
Bro, I actually like the lightest version.
No.
Weird, because I have a pretty like...
Because you have history with...
I have a little bit of a history.
With THC.
A little bit of a history.
A little bit? Yeah. You can say, I don't know.
We're acquainted.
We're acquainted. So there's a difference. You understand that there's a difference.
Yes, but it was actually really cool. I felt like very alert, like very... I mean, I'm pretty high strung when it comes to like work things.
Yeah.
I don't know, like I felt like I got things done like in an efficient manner without the high strung being there, which was interesting. I thought I was actually gonna like the heavier concentration, which was just gonna like zone me out.
That's what I assumed.
No, I like the lighter one. It was nice.
So how did you start? Did you start in order like light to heavy? Okay.
Yeah,
all right. So that way
Yeah.
my dumb ass will be like, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's see what happens, Subri. Bro.
Takes the heaviest one first day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First day, and then I'm like, I feel like the other ones are weak. Obviously.
They actually recommended that if you take the heaviest one, it's more for like to help you sleep.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Oh, okay.
Because for Becca, because she's been having trouble like sleeping, and before we used to do the tinctures.
Yeah.
The CBD.
It tastes disgusting.
It tastes disgusting, but that was helping her sleep. So now I'm like, all right, you know what? Maybe we should get back to that and try that again.
Sure.
So I was thinking about trying Feels.
It's a little expensive.
Maybe they should hit us up and become a sponsor.
Wow,
officially.
Feels, sponsor us.
Oh my God,
so
that
what
would be
did you feel
perfect.
with the strongest one? The strongest dose?
I definitely just felt zoned out. Like I felt too calm. Like I couldn't because I took it every day, like in the morning, just to see how it would affect my day to day.
Smart.
Instead of taking it at night and just being too tired to really evaluate what it did to me. So the strongest one was like, it was too much. Like I wasn't really productive at work. I just kind of wanted to.
That would be good for staying in your day off. You're doing a me day. Watch Netflix in the rain by yourself.
Yeah. So that's why they recommended at night. They're like, we have like
have some ramen. Would you have ramen with it?
No, I would totally.
You like have to have a whole picture. How many pillows?
Yeah, it was. I was like shocked, honestly.
Well, Hugo will be very happy to hear.
He would be. He would be. I did it just for Hugo. So there you go.
All right, so I'm gonna have to get it next.
It's $20 for just a flight, just to like figure. Yeah.
Dang, that's cheap.
It's a nice pack.
Is it one dose each?
Yeah, it's one dose.
Oh, shit.
Wait,
that's
what?
expensive though.
Yeah. It is. That's what I'm saying. So it's a little expensive.
Never mind. Yep, I do.
You're paying for the branding, like.
Yes,
totally
you are.
paying for the
It
branding.
is 100% targeted to millennials.
I mean, he sent a picture to us on our group chat.
Okay.
It's like his
yes, that's
PlayStation
right.
controller and then the little bottle of Feels. And I was like, they spelled it wrong. That's such an old man. Such a boomer.
You are 100% paid for the marketing. Like it's...
It looks good.
The branding. It's
It
like
looks good.
really nice.
It's very
It's
minimalistic.
minimalist.
Yes. It's very, I have an
millennial.
Instagram for my, styling.
Yes.
I can totally style your wedding. I can do the floral. Yes.
Do you agree, Ed?
I agree. Yeah.
Dude, the whole explore thing. I mean, I know we passed that, but I'm just like, that was really cool.
Do you agree for paying for branding?
Yeah, because if you like Apple, like when you put so much attention in branding, that means they're trying to create a lifestyle brand. So they're adding value to it. So
Do you
with
think
beautiful
it's,
design, they can charge a little bit more.
But do you think it's some sort of like manipulation as well? Like, are you paying
It's
for your
not
own
really
manipulation?
Manipulation. It's added value, perceived added value.
So you're paying.
Like
you're paying for the look.
Look at Apple. Like you can get a computer that performs even better than this one, but it looks like shit. Like it's a Dell, for example. No offense to Dell. Dell is a fantastic company.
Well, you're
saying
saying for the
monitors.
people who there's some people who are okay with, get paying more for a certain look,
Honestly,
a certain
I do
aesthetic.
that.
Like you get what you pay for. I get it. I do that too.
I
Like
do it all the time.
I know that if I go to around the corner some little, I don't know, place to get a pedicure, whatever, it's like $20. You're gonna get that. But then if I go to a spa or something like that, yeah, I'm paying like $40 or $50 for the same pedicure. But the room is nicer, the lighting, in the sense the building itself is a brand. The culture of the workplace is a brand. The way they greet you, the way they compliment your, ugly flip flops.
Yeah, there's something about like the aesthetic of a brand. Like if it's done really well, it makes you feel good, and it makes you feel like at peace.
It's like Starbucks. Starbucks is the ultimate added
Starbucks
value.
is selling more than
Is
just
it?
coffee.
Experience. Starbucks is selling you the experience. They're not selling you the coffee.
The experience. What's the Starbucks experience?
A clean coffee shop.
Is it fast?
Like
do you think?
like the European feel, the nice decor, quote unquote nice decor, the jazz,
Okay.
and like the Starbucks.
But it's
brand.
gotten to the point though that it's just so like McDonald's commercialized.
I was about
Like,
to say so many people shit on Starbucks. So.
yeah,
It works,
well,
though.
because now we're in an age where we like to see originality in the sense that we prefer a mom and pops, we prefer a one and only, a speakeasy.
But that's your demographic, though. Well, our demographic, the millennials.
Well, yeah, you're okay.
There is a huge subset,
Right.
older. I don't want to use the word basic, but I want to like the.
Honestly, sometimes American too, right?
Mhm.
Because in Brazil, so Rio de Janeiro and Sao Paulo are one of the only places that have a Starbucks.
Yeah.
And I teach some Brazilian students, like we do like English classes, and their dream is to go to a Starbucks.
Oh,
Like,
Mhm.
right? Because
that's like
it's
me in
so-
LA. I always want to go to an In-N-Out.
Oh, you've
Oh
never
my
been to
God.
In-N-Out?
Oh, I have.
Okay.
I'm always acting like it's my first time just to get people to get me. It's like, I'm like, oh my God, there's In-N-Out here? And they're like, oh, we're going to take you. And I
There's
just
one
don't say
coming to
nothing.
Orlando, by the way.
What was? Yes, I heard
Mhm.
about that. They're opening one in Orlando.
No, what?
I
no,
feel like it kind of kills.
no.
Kills the
Well, do they
vibe.
have the cow field to go
It's
with it?
overrated, though.
Because the
It
reason
is
why.
overrated.
Hey, don't disrespect.
It's overrated. You're
Don't-
paying for the
hey,
brand.
don't
You're paying
dis-
for the hype.
Dear
of
In-N-Out.
You're
Dear
paying-
In-N-Out,
you're
I'm Frank
paying-
Rose and I love you.
Paying for
And I will
the
take all
hype.
the free burgers
Because-
and all the free fries.
Right, because In-N-Out is like, oh, like that West, like feel, like oh, so cool. You
Going
know?
back to the brand, what is it selling me? It's selling me California dreams.
It's selling
me that
California, yep.
West Coast
Mhm.
vibe, that
Yeah.
the dream, because that's, Beck and I always talk about it. Like, we will. I'm saying it. We will. I will be living in Southern California eventually.
Okay.
It might not be LA, maybe San Diego, or
Mhm.
maybe it's LA. I don't know. I just want to be South
Yeah, I
California.
thought we were moving to Texas.
No.
Oh.
Wait, why are we moving to Texas?
Because no income tax, no state income tax.
For real?
And
All right,
everything
so I'm
is
going to
bigger
move
in
to the Texas
Wait,
area that's closest to.
Florida.
Well,
Yeah, what
Texans
do
do
you
it
mean?
better. Texans do it better.
Okay.
All right.
No offense to Florida. I love Florida. I grew up here. Go Rick Scott.
Like I was like, I grew up here.
You're
Like, I'm
kind
not
of-
fully proud of that, but I don't want to offend you. Dear Florida, we get you. We
Get
love you. I get, you know what? Like, I used to shit on Florida, and like, I grew up here and I live here still. But like, at the same time, I'm like, you know what? I take the good and leave the bad, just like my parents.
I still kind of shit on Florida, but it's a fun time. You know what I realized that I'm like way too Floridian is when I tell people things and I think it's totally normal, and then they react to it like it's not normal.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit.
Like, with your friends out of state, right?
Yes, out of state.
And they're like,
out of
what?
state.
Well, for me, it's the way I dress. First of all, when I'll tell you a story. Shout out to Xavier Black, good friend of mine, lives in Atlanta, and I went up there for a vacation, little wet getaway to see one of my favorite DJs, Joe K from Selection Radio. If you haven't heard of Selection Radio, I highly recommend it. It's just vibes. Anyways, so this DJ is throwing a show. He's on a tour. But the furthest south that the tour comes is Atlanta.
Okay.
Ring, ring, hit up my buddy who's a DJ, who's actually the reason why that guy comes to Atlanta is because he reached out to their camp a while ago and like kind of got them like, I don't know if they'll listen to us. They're from California. Again, going back, I love the California dream. That's the kind of music, right? So I get ready for the show. Or not even for the show. I get ready for one of the nights because he had a show and it was a work cruise Whine night. Bro, I don't know if you know Whine. In like Jamaican or island Caribbean culture, do you want to whine? Do you want to whine? There was this chick, she was the MC of the night, and she's like, do you know how to whine? Do you know how to whine? Do you know how to whine? Dude, I could not stop laughing because she was like, everyone was like, yeah, I know how to whine.
What does that mean?
I think, okay.
I think.
I'm Puerto Rican, but I'm like reggaeton era. I think it's something reggaeton-ish, like, kind of like grinding, putting your, if you can only see, hold on, I gotta step away from the mic. Like, right, guys? Yeah, the studio audience just got a booty in their face.
Isn't that
he
more?
You like it. Oh, you like it.
Isn't that twerking?
Okay, yeah, okay. It's the original twerking. And then white people took it. That's the other thing that white people took. No, I'm just kidding. So.
Cultural appropriation.
Cultural appropriation.
Twerking.
Whine is the original twerking? Is that the name of the episode?
Yep. Write it down.
Whine is the original twerking. So, okay, we go to this show. Before the Whine night. Before the Whine night, I come downstairs and I'm like, yo, I'm ready. How do I look? And he's like you're from Florida.
Damn, what does that mean?
What is Yo, that's the first question in my head. I was like, what is that? Is that bad? Is that good? I don't know.
What were you wearing?
So, okay. I go through phases where I love my good old classic like Hawaiian t-shirts.
Oh,
but I make them look good.
Okay.
I put the skinny jeans and sometimes I put like Chelsea boots. I don't know. I'll put some J's. I play with it. It's the tropical Puerto Rican Florida boy in me that likes to put bright color. What color shirt am I wearing right now?
Mint?
Exactly. It's not even a default color. I'm too bright. My closet is too bright. And so I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, I mean, Florida guys, y'all wear colors. Y'all like bright. Y'all like rainbows when y'all dress. So the rest of the states look. Besides
Ed, he's a black on black on black kind of guy.
Exactly. Ed is universal minded.
Hey.
He's a computer, so he doesn't look at the only algorithm of Orlando, Florida. He's thinking globally.
Ed knows all.
Black is universal.
Black is universal.
I wear black all the time. And so Martin's mother calls me the goth. She thinks I dress goth because I dress in black all the time. I'm like, I am the least goth person I've ever fucking met in my entire life.
So you tell her this. The reason why you were black all the time, number one, everyone knows this. It makes you look slimmer.
True.
Boom. Number two,
I just said
when you get dirty, you can get away with it.
That's disgusting.
No, I'm talking about like stains. Like, I spilled coffee on my black jeans. We're okay, guys. We can still make it work. I know it sucks. We'll wash it when we come home. 3, I'm a hairstylist. We always only wear black. Pretty much head to toe. I've been doing it for years. So, of course, when I'm not working, I'm the opposite.
Well, she's like that southern kind of Florida. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm not like Bells.
No, she's Southern Belle. And so
I hate that place.
When she sees someone only wearing black in her mind, she's like, oh, she's one of those goths.
That was a great milkshake.
It's a $5 milkshake. Must be pretty good.
It brought all the boys to the yard.
Yeah.
The boys being
You know why? Because it was the marketing.
Oh, true.
And the branding.
You just sold everyone a milkshake.
Oh, milkshakes. Good memories.
So how was your week?
How was my? Oh wow, that's usually how we start the show.
True.
This has been a fun.
It's like the movie that starts like the weird timeline.
Yeah, and it goes back like 5 weeks earlier.
We begin with the ending. Now we're like back.
Yeah, yo, Becca loves that. Now that you mentioned that, she literally said the other day we were watching. Okay, so how was my week? I watched this movie that I thought was actually better than I thought it would be. Big Time Adolescence?
No idea.
It's on Hulu. It's a Hulu original. It has Pete Holmes from SNL, the guy that dated Ariana Grande.
Wait, isn't this Pete?
Oh wait, not Pete Holmes.
Not
I'm
Pete
sorry.
Holmes.
It's Pete
Davidson.
Davidson.
Is
Yeah,
it
Pete Holmes
Davidson?
is another stand-up
Okay.
comedian who I like. Oops, I'm
Fuck, I
sorry.
have to look this up.
Pete
something.
Davidson.
I think
It's got to be Davidson. Anywho, this is what happens when our intern Dan. Whoops.
It is Davidson.
Is not here. Davidson. Okay, so
I
Pete
got
Davidson is like the star. And it's about a boy. Okay, Pete Davidson is a young guy who dates this girl. And then this girl, like, they're in high school. And this girl ends up breaking up with him. But she has a little brother. And the little brother looked up to the boyfriend. Thought he was the coolest guy ever. Well, after they broke up, he's like, do we stop hanging out? And he's like, I want to hang out with you. I still want to be your friend. They remain friends. So this kid who's like a freshman in high school is hanging out with like a 30-something-year-old, like, because he looks up to him. And then it becomes like that's his only friends and he thinks they're cool.
Is that weird?
It's so weird, but it addresses it in a way of just like, this is not the first time this has happened.
People like to put the word mentorship in there, but if it's like your only friend, I don't know if that's weird or not.
But here's the thing. When you're, I think, let's say 10. Here's the thing. When I was younger, I had a cousin, an older cousin, who I thought he was the coolest
But
dude.
family is different, though.
But he was in the family. He was dating the big sisters.
That's not actual family, though,
I mean,
right? You're just
I
dating.
know, but he's a regular.
Ooh,
You see him
true.
just as much as you see your family.
If not more.
The influence is there.
Yeah.
So, influence. Anyways, my week has been cool, to answer your question, but I saw that movie and I recommend it. I think it's a whole nother pod in that one.
Yo, my week has been weird. It started off with I was having dinner with my dad last Sunday or Monday. And we were just kind of talking about like Corona times and stuff and like him trying to find a new job. And he goes, like, he was like talking about me and like how I found like a stable job, but like things for him a little bit different because he's like immigrant and like had to like do things like in a little bit more unconventional way.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, like with life, it's really interesting. Like you like have all these plans when you're younger.
Yeah.
And you realize the older you get that like life doesn't work out how you planned. And if anything, life changes drastically every 5 to 10 years. Your life changes in a huge way. And and if anything, the point of life is adjusting to those 5 to 10 year changes. And honestly, that fucked me up for the entire week.
Wow. Shout outs to Pops dropping the deep TED Talk wisdom.
Yo, can we bring him? Can we have him?
Should we bring him in as a guest? Dang.
Wait, does he speak English?
Yes, he speaks English.
Well,
better
you
than
could
my mother.
translate. They got that app, right? We'll just put the Google app in
He
front
just
of him.
has a what's it called, accent, but
He'd be like, it's like how you say it, and then
No,
that's
his
my grandma.
English is pretty good, but I feel like I just like kept thinking about that for the rest of the week, and I'm like, am I able to transition through these like huge changes in my life? Like, am I gonna do it?
So that's funny because I've been thinking about that, like segue. So segue being like, I feel like 2020 is a year of change. I hate to sound like cliche in like every advertisement, but no, but like for real, like self-reflection. I'm like, all right, this summer, if anything, has taught me that like, yo, you got a chance to like reboot, rebuild. Like the world was able to pause your busy schedule. Your hectic schedule, you got to do this event. You got to be a hype man over here. You got to cut hair over here. You got to do this wedding. You got to take care of your wife. You guys got to go to your family's, I don't know, quinceañera. Like the constant going, events, things going on, work. Yo, what's my next hustle? What's my next video? I got to do something for Instagram. I got to do something for YouTube. I got to do something. Yo, for a moment, I feel like the year said, okay, what do you really want to do? What do you really want to be? You can't work right now. Or you can only work if you're essential. Take a moment, take a beat. I think for people, I always say it, for people like, do you really want to be with this person?
I was just about to say, like, if you made it through 2020 as a couple,
You're a couple that's gonna
you
last,
good.
baby. Right?
Yeah.
Like I'm like, yo, if New Year's Eve and the clock hits 12 and Becca's kissing me, fuck, that's insurance for like at least 3 decades. Yo, baby, we beat Corona. We could beat anything. So you could beat that one night with that girl, though, right? Like, you cool with that? No, nope.
Switching over.
I had to break it to you, but we're not beating Corona because the virus is mutating. At least that's what the Europeans say.
Well, the virus has been mutating, though.
It makes sense.
I mean, I expected that.
SARS virus, right? You're the scientist.
Well,
so
viruses mutate. Like, that's just what they do. Like, we're, like, used to this, which is why, like, every year they get a flu shot, right? Because the virus, it's H1N1. And so we, like, statistically predict how the virus is going to mutate.
So we adapt every 5 to 7 years is what you're telling me to life?
Is that what you want me to tell you?
Basically what your dad said?
Yeah. So
it's the same kind of core. It's going along hand in hand.
And some people sink and some people fall, like thrive.
Yeah. Damn, that's real. That's when we need like a shot of something. Alcohol.
I feel like this whole year has been like that scene in Avengers. I don't know if I should spoil it or not. Like the last.
If you haven't seen it by
which one? The first one?
No, the last
don't.
Avengers.
I haven't watched it. Wait, the Hulk is in it?
Hulk Hogan?
Hulk Hogan is in it. He makes his appearance. Okay, sorry. Side note, a parody of Hulk Hogan playing the Hulk. Avengers movie. I want to see it.
That would have made it better for sure. So sorry.
You just made a lot of nerdy listeners pissed. All right.
Wait, me or Marcella? Oh,
Marcella, she said it would be better if Hulk Hogan played the Hulk.
The second Endgame? Trash.
What? Oh yeah.
Thank you for listening. See you next time.
No, I mean, I like to fast forward to the last hour. Low key, I'll be honest. I like, all right, on your left. That's the part I want to see. And then I finish the movie. I'm good.
Exactly. There's a watch it once. I never even thought
so
about
sad
watching
the
it
first
again.
half. You're like, everyone's gone. All right, you were saying.
Sorry, Ed.
You just spoiled it, so. Yeah, like it's like a lottery. Like you could go, or you could not go. Like you can just vanish into thin air.
Exactly.
Because you don't know who's carrying it. It's not unless they're like coughing like crazy.
So yeah, that's the struggle that like even Beck and I have been having
killer.
that conversation this week. We're like, well, one, we want to be careful. I know phase 3 is opening up over here in Florida, and we're like, all right, I guess we can now go to restaurants at full capacity, movie theaters and theme parks like normal, bars.
Clubs?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Clubs are reopening again. Now, all right, shout out to all the club owners. Shout out to all the bartenders. Like, I'm happy that you're going to get a chance to work again and make some money. I want to support that. But I fear that, like, it's the question of, like, we don't want to be hermits in the house, like, forever. We don't want to live in fear of never leaving the crib.
But, like, no one's telling you to never leave. Like, I've had this conversation with so many people. Like, good policy and effective policy is not living in fear. Putting your seatbelt on is not living in fear. Like, it's, like, thinking ahead and just, like, protecting yourself. Like, I've had so many people tell me,
condoms.
like... Sure, Frankie, like condoms. Yeah. Right. When you wear a condom, you're not living in fear. You're just trying to live your best life and be safe at the same time. You know? Like, I've had a lot of people tell me, like, contact tracing is living in fear. And I'm like, no, like, it's trying to open and, like, get the economy running, like, but being smart. And I listened to a really good podcast about the specialist in education. And this was a long time ago before schools even opened. And she was saying, like, how it's really weird with, like, Corona times. We're putting priority in really weird things. Like, things that matter, like education, right? Like, we should be focusing on, like, how to protect children to make sure that, like, they're still getting a good education.
So our next generation is not dumb as fuck.
Right. Well, right. Exactly. And so, like, you don't do that by just opening everything, like, especially in clubs. Like, clubbing is not a priority.
That's not a priority. Y'all really need a club?
And, like,
do a club in the beach. Do a club in the forest. There's a lot
of single people out there, so they got
Dude, honestly, real talk though. Well, no, finish your thought.
Essentially, it was just like, how can you say, like, you care about, like, reopening schools, but you're also, like, trying to run things at 100% capacity? Like, you can't do both. And we're not saying that this is going to be forever. This is just the now.
So you feel by opening clubs is, like, taking away attention from priority like schools.
Right. Like
education.
If you want to have these things, like to have schools open, you need to keep your numbers low. To have your numbers low, you can't be clubbing. Like, let's be real.
Let's be real. Because here's the thing. And what I was going to say, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I was going to say is that, like, I low-key thank God I'm not, like, in 21 and single right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, shout out to my 21-year-olds, my 18-year-olds, my 25-year-olds. I'm so sorry. From the bottom of my heart, I'm sorry you're going through this right now.
No, for sure.
Like, your youth is getting, like, robbed. And then you get pissed, right? And then you're like, you know what? Fuck this. We're going to rage. Let's throw our own party at the beach, you know? But then you hear the stories, oh, this person got corona, that person. And then maybe they're fine, but their grandparents aren't or whatever, you know? And it's just a domino effect. It affects the loved ones around you, right? Like,
yeah.
dang.
I know. I try like to like be considerate because I went to a coffee shop with my mom the other day, and the guy, we actually know him a little bit. We don't know him, but we met him like a year ago. He's Brazilian as well, so we started up conversation. And he was talking about like how excited he was for like things to be reopening. But I was like, hey, like, you know, in my mind, I didn't say this to him, but I was like, it's not like the greatest thing, you know what I mean? To like have, but in his mind, like, he's here from a foreign country. Like, he needs to make money to support his family.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm trying to like get where you're coming from. But at the same time, like there's just data behind so much of these things, and it's hard. But I'm also making money, so it's so like privileged of me to like condemn like your way of thinking. I like go back and I like play devil's advocate with my own mind way too often.
Yeah, I do the same. I think, you know, I'm really big about balance in life, about balance, you know, so I play devil's advocate. I like to put myself in other people's shoes. I think that's a gift I like to say that I have, because I realized later on in life, they're like, wait, other people don't put themselves in other people's shoes? How do you understand people? Oh, you don't? You just don't give fucks? Cool. How do you do that? Because I care too much.
You know what I do sometimes, though? I feel like sometimes I play, well, like when I'm in conversation with people, I play devil's advocate to the point that I'm like literally defending something that I don't believe in. Ooh. Have you ever done that?
Yeah, I've done that, but then I stop because I'm like, ooh, I'm good. And I get scared. I'm like, that's why I was doing that joke earlier. I was like, yo, but what if Trump's telling the truth this whole time? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I'm playing devil's advocate too, devil's like.
And then I'll go home and I'll replay what I said. I'm like, yo, I don't believe in any of the things that I was saying. I was just playing devil's advocate way too much.
Sometimes you like to debate just to debate. Like, I realized that in Becca's family, like her dad loves to debate, and then like her sister, like when her sister gets it, so they'll debate like in group chats and Zoom calls all the time. And I'm like, at first I'm like, yo, like, is your dad and your sister cool? Like, are they gonna be cool after this? And then it's like, it's all love, it's all good. It's just like, that's just like their Italian way or whatever. You're like, hey, no, you really think you like that? No, I'm just kidding. They don't have that accent. That's being racist.
I brought like one of my best friends to Brazil when I was like about to like graduate college.
Yeah.
And like we are just way too like loud sometimes, and we're like yelling at each other, and it sounds super hostile. But then like 20 minutes later, we're all having dinner with each other and like laughing, and she was so confused. Yeah,
that's like just Latin culture in general. Latin, like you know, families are, everything's at a full volume.
It is.
It's the opposite of Ed, where Ed's more like, hey girl, what's up? You want to maybe come over?
Did you say the N word right now?
No, I didn't.
Hey girl, what's up? Do you want to come over? 43, bleep that out. Note to self. But on that note, guys, got any closing thoughts?
I mean, do we have any? Do you have? No.
I know I do.
High thoughts?
I said my once a week.
You're once a week? You have a high thought?
I have a high thought this week.
Dang, do I have a high thought? I think I wrote it down. I may have tweeted it.
I literally even called it high thought.
Yay! I love that on your notes it says high thoughts.
Okay, it's a little bit long. It's like...
Let's go.
I'm sorry. Okay.
I like it.
So I said, we keep hearing the phrase, we are living in unprecedented times, when in fact the times we are living in are very precedented. If we analyze instead of become overwhelmed with emotion, we'd realize we are not alone in these times. We, the human race, have experienced these times before. I think that sometimes we don't like looking back because we don't want to relive the pain. But the only way is through, and the only way through is together.
Dang.
And that's my high thought.
It's beautiful. Dang, I don't want to share mine now. I don't know if have I shared this one before?
It's about dicks. Probably.
No, it's not about dicks.
No.
It's about being drama
PhD.
free. Nah. All right. Okay. This is the one I had this week. You ready? It's not as cool as yours. It's not as long. But it says, what's so bad about the left? What's so bad about the right?
Did you
What if-
tweet this? I saw this somewhere.
What if you just ambidextrous? I can't say it.
I did see
Yeah, I tweeted it.
Yeah, I saw
I was
this
like,
somewhere.
this is tweeting it before we go on the pod. I'm reading it from a tweet at IamFrankRose.com. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can do that. DM me stuff that you want us to talk about on the pod. Let's do it.
Oh, cute.
Yeah,
That's
no, I
cute.
don't know.
What a good idea.
Yeah.
Subjects to talk about on the pod. Let
Yeah.
us know.
Yeah, send us questions, you know?
That's so cute. That could be a segment.
Ooh.
That's such a good idea.
Wait, should we give them the email? Should they just email us the question or hit us
Yeah,
up
just
on
on
the
Instagram or wherever.
So I'm basically info@IamFrankRose.com. There you can find me on Facebook and Instagram, whatever platform you prefer. Yeah, you know, send me a question, send me a topic, and I'll present it to the group. And we will go through the panel. And if it goes through the producer, if Ed approves,
Mr. Dogs approve.
Ed and Mr. Dog approves. Mr. Dog, say something. Or just sniff the microphone. You can do that. Yeah.
That's his high thought.
On that note, thank you for listening. Episode 34, aka El Cumpleaños, aka El Trabajando Mucho. Y
AKA it's
necesita
Frankie's
practicar.
birthday next week.
What? What's going on next week?
AKA it's Frankie's birthday next week.
Oh, aka is my birthday
In case
next
we don't
week.
pod, I wish you have a wonderful day.
Oh,
An amazing
same.
day on
Oh.
your birthday.
Frankie, happy early birthday.
Happy, should I say your age? 24?
Yeah.
Happy 24.
Definitely 24. That's why I have all this wisdom.
All these high thoughts.
All these high thoughts come from my 24 years. Thank you guys. Please like, subscribe, follow. Yeah. Am I missing anything?
That's it.
I think all we need is Marcelo. Any closing thoughts? No? You
No,
good?
I'm good.
Oh, go out and vote, please.
Oh,
Yeah, and go out and vote.
definitely
Vote, vote. Here's the thing. I'll say this. Look, I get it. It's frustrating. Lesser two evil, blah, 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 blah. Just do your research. Do your homework. And here's the thing. By not making a decision, it's still a bad decision. So make a decision. That's what I'll say.
And you can become a poll worker if you live in Orange County and you get paid for it.
You
I
get
just-
paid for
you
being a
get-
poll worker.
You do. They need it.
Poll worker.
Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed, please subscribe. It helps us pay the bills. And remember, when life gives you lemons, always keep it rosy.